J Moore, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. I'm here to talk about From on MGM Plus with the lovely Miss Gina here to join me. Hey, Gina, how you been? How you doing?
Hey, Jay, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm all right, hanging in there. Can't complain.
Good.
So this show From is a show that we both watched last season and enjoyed. I didn't really do a review because you never know how these shows may turn out and they may get canceled after one season or something. I don't know these days, but it's back and it's a unique show. It's similar to maybe close to Lost, but what do you think about this show from season one so far?
When you first told me about it, I was like, okay, I'm gonna check that out. Once I checked it out, I was like, ooh, I like this. I enjoyed it. I think it's a good show. Like, it's different than what we usually be watching. So
Right.
I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, like the thing with Lost, I didn't really watch a lot of Lost, but I don't think it had any monsters or zombies in it at any point that I remember. And so
I didn't
that
watch Lost at all.
okay, I seen like one or two episodes and I didn't see it in order, so I didn't really get into it. But from what I remember, the plane crashed into the jungle and they was lost or something. But the difference with this is that they're lost, but they don't know where they are, how they got there. Random people are showing up. It don't seem to make any sense. And then these nice people show up at night trying to be helpful, like a little old granny. You ain't gonna let the little old granny in the window, Gina?
No.
Yeah, man.
Because you old. How you got up here? How you on the side of the house? No.
Right. In the very first episode of season one, we see a little girl with a granny in the window on the second floor. Like, how is this old lady in the window? And then we see it ain't exactly what we thought. And so yeah, we introduced to all these people in season one, the sheriff and all these different town people. They had the little boom boom room house over there, party house. But it seemed like it ain't all what it seemed. Now, when it left off, they all trying to get out of this place. Tell them why it's so difficult for those that ain't really watched this show, because most people haven't heard of this show or watched it. So tell them, why is it so difficult for people to leave this town? What happens when they try to leave this town?
When you try to leave this town, it's like you going in a circle. So you're driving. As you're driving, it's like a big old tree in the middle of the road. So your first mind thought is like, why is this tree in the road? Let's see if we could go around it. You can probably go around it, but you cannot get out of the town. Like, you are stuck in that town. So it's just a mind-blowing mind trick.
Right. And then it's like a disbelief, because that tree is like the first thing that people realize. Well, we realize they in trouble. But they don't realize it and they keep trying to go. And we then later see they come back around, like you say, in a circle. But it's like, it doesn't, for the people that we're watching, it doesn't feel to them like they're in a circle. They feel like they're driving out of the town. And then they end up back into the same town, like Gina say, a circle, but it doesn't feel like they're driving in a circle. So it's weird. They don't know how they get in there. They don't know how to get out, because all the roads you take, whichever direction you go, you end up back in there. So it's like really weird. And it's like some old 1950s town or something that's run down, but not. So, at the end of season one, we see a lot of the characters, they trying to leave, or they having some type of breakdowns. Like the one woman that was kind of communicating with them, with the monsters or whatever the case.
Sarah, I believe her name is.
Okay, yeah, Sarah. They would carve messages in her arm somehow. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then
And
she
they're
had
giving her messages. They're telling her like certain things to do. And if she gets, I guess they're like sacrifices these people. It's like if she could sacrifice a certain amount of people, they're telling her that she could go home. So
mhm,
she's desperate. She's been there for a while. She wants to get out of there.
yeah, definitely. And it's a lot of people in this town already, at least 20 to 30 or more. And
Mm-hmm. Because you
and they
have
are
some people that are in the town, and then some people are like the party house.
right, right. Yeah. So it's probably about an equal amount in each place. And
Mm-hmm.
and everybody been there at different amounts of time. And so it's a lot of different people, cultures, mixed backgrounds trying to make it. And so we
Mm-hmm.
see the sheriff, who we all are familiar with, Harold Perino. Um, he's the main character of the show, and we see that he's been kind of holding the town down, even though he had a lot to go through as well. And then he leaves with Sarah, the lady that gets the messages in the arm. And so then, as they leave on this journey, this bus pulls up. Gina, where did you think when you saw that bus pull up? I think we might have got frozen here. Let me see. Gina, you there? All right, look like Gina got frozen for a second, but when she back, I'll bring her back in. But we see as they're leaving that a bus pulls up, and we don't know who's on the bus, how it got there, how many people, what that may bring. And it's at a time when a lot of the people there that we were familiar with in season one that was holding it down are leaving or have died. And so now we see that their whole town and way of life that they put together, because they kind of just had to makeshift way of life, because nobody planned on living there. Is no, they have electricity somehow, they don't know how, and there's no way to explain it. And then also one family that we were introduced to this town with, the main family, it was a daughter, a young little boy, a husband, and a wife. Well, the wife and the husband came up with a plan to dig a hole in the basement of their home and see what is underneath, and maybe they could find a way out of this place that they are in. Well, come to find out, the wife has found a way down in the hole. And where we last left off of season one, the husband was working with some people to put together some type of radio tower communications so that they can possibly radio for help. Well, while they were in there putting together the radio tower, she was digging underneath the house, and they got communication on the radio that said, your wife shouldn't be digging that hole, boy, which was really creepy. Then a big storm came, damaged the radio tower, and the home that they lived in, then the hole that she was digging caved in. And so it left a lot of things up in the air for what was going on. All right, I got Gina back. Let's see where
I'm
she.
sorry, Jay.
Hey,
My,
technical issues happen, you know.
right, my cat
It
knocked the plug out.
happens. No catnip. All right, no catnip for him
Hmm.
now. All right. So now that we see that this bus showed up, and I just kind of, recapped a little bit of season one, the short version of it. What were your thoughts when this bus pulled up and we finally got to see who was on the bus and what was it about? What did you think now that you met these bus riders?
When the bus pulled up, I thought like, okay, there's gonna be some like this will be that many people. And the way that Christy was talking to Ken, I thought that like her fiance would possibly be on that bus. Like her fiance is on
Really?
that bus. Has to
Okay.
be. Mm-hmm.
I
I was
was
thinking that.
completely shocked.
So yeah, I was thinking that, but I did not expect it to be that many people. I was just like, wow, this is gonna be a little concern. Because
Mhm.
you tell somebody like, oh, you know, this is what's going on in this town, shock already. Like that's gonna be a shock to their system, and then it's all of the people. It was easier
Mhm.
for Boyd. You see how hard it was for him when with just the family of 4.
Right.
So
I
I was like,
know,
oh, this
right?
is gonna be a big like.
Yeah. I felt bad for old boy, the little sheriff in training, because he was about to get him a
Yeah,
woman
Kenny.
finally. Yeah, Kenny. He almost had him a
Mm-hmm.
girlfriend, and he saw her and them hug, and he was like, damn.
His heart sank, like you could see the pain, like, oh, she gone.
Yeah, that hurt right there. That definitely hurt him right there. Um, D Renee
Mm-hmm.
said that damn dummy keep popping up. I know, I don't understand what's up with that dummy. It's kind of something that's tripping out the weird old guy. We'll get into that a little bit, but that dude is a real creep. But he been there
Mm-hmm.
for his whole life, raised there. So what's his name? Victor? I think that's his name. Yeah, he a real creep.
Victor.
Uh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so but I guess you would be a
But you
creep
see
if
how
that's where
old
you grew up.
he is?
Nah, I know, right? Yeah, so he been
Right.
there for
Because
50
you see how old
years.
he is, and he was just as small. He was as young as Ethan, the little boy, when he
Yeah.
got there.
Hmm.
So that's a long time.
He grew, yeah, that's horrible. He probably was there when it was new, before whatever happened, which is
Mm-hmm.
probably why he's still alive for so long. Um,
Right.
but that was that. I'm gonna get into what happened with that with him and Boyd, because that was crazy. D Renee say I was hoping they release all episodes at once like before. They didn't last time. You probably just caught it after it was already all done, because it was coming on 1 week at a time. I remember last time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I
that's what
saw
I
it 1
thought.
week at a time.
That's what I thought. So you must have caught it when it was finished, D, because they did it last time 1 week at a time. But this show doesn't have a lot of star power. Harold Perino, a lot of people don't really know of him other than like maybe Best Man fans, or you may remember him from The Matrix. What else? Oz, yeah. But he used to have the
Mm-hmm.
dreads, so he don't look the same a little
Right.
bit as Ben. Yeah, so I think that's probably what's hurting this show a little bit from catching on a little bit sooner. But it's good acting. I like it. It's a good show, good ideas. Um, so we see
Yeah.
that the wife is down there in the hole, and all of a sudden Victor comes up. What do you think is going on with Victor? He looked like he was pale or a ghost or dead to me, but what is he doing down there? And he keeps talking about they told me, or he told me, or somebody he talking to. What is going on with Victor, and why you think he's doing that, helping her? What is he doing down there?
Victor is communicating with the little boy in white. I can't remember his name, but the little ghostly boy, I was
Uh-huh.
communicating with him because he was like, oh, he told me. So I believe that like he helping Julie, they both got into the tree. And Julie
Mm-hmm.
went to one location and that's where he went. So he just waited for Tabitha. But I guess he told him like to help Tabitha. So that's why
Mm.
he's like, oh, Tabitha, come on, we got to get out of here. And you got to be quiet. But she was just making
Mm-hmm. He's
all
like,
types of noise. He was like, be quiet.
man, she was
She
getting on
talking,
my
touching.
nerves.
I was like, girl, what are you doing?
Right. Shut
Mm-mm.
up. And then when they saw those things down there, I'm like, oh no. I think
Yeah,
that
that was some
they
creepy stuff.
planned. Yeah, I know, which is one reason I think because I had this thought in my mind, but then the house fell on them. So I was going to say this. Why don't they go down in the hole and go burn them all up while they sleep? But then, yeah, and that's what I thought. This is about to be over with after this season. But then they made that house fall on top of all of them, which Jim was getting on my damn nerves with that. What do you think when they was trying to go in the basement and Jim determined to see his wife down there? I get it, but you don't know if she down there or not or what happened. Plus you risking 3 more people's lives. And then the house, what was your thoughts on the house falling on them? And then what happened afterwards?
When the house fell, I was like, damn, because it's gonna be nighttime soon. I didn't think that they should have had people from the bus helping because these people don't know what's going on in this town. They don't know that they're stuck yet. They don't know anything. So when Donna was saying, like, oh, we're gonna have to just leave them here because it's gonna be nighttime soon. I was like, damn, why would they have people that are new that don't know to shut the hell up? Because these things are coming out soon. So I was just like, wow. But they're in, I don't know. It's just like they're in a whole bunch of rubble. The whole house is toppled over on them. One person is not even moving.
I know. Jim ass, man, then cause more problems than it's worth. And Donna, she in such a hurry to help that she didn't went and got the shotgun. Of course, that done scared everybody away. What do you think about that damn bus driver that just, oh man, everybody on the bus? I'm like, man, if I was the bus driver and I'd have said, let's get on the bus, and they'd have said no, I'd have been like, okay. And I'd have just pulled off and left them. Like, why she trying to make everybody do this, make them do that? She should have pulled off and then realized after she come back around a bunch of times. But then I know it's about to get dark, but still, I don't know. What the bus driver, what you thought
the
about
bus driver
her?
got on my nerves. She got on my nerves because it's like Donna's speaking to you. She's like, oh, I'm going to talk to the bus driver, and put her on. And she tried to tell her, like, you're going to be on this bus with these people. Y'all going to die. Like, she trying to explain it to her. Me personally, like, if I was the bus driver, I probably would have tried to get out of there at first. Like, we got to continue on our journey. But once she would have said, you being on this bus, driving around in this town, you're going to die. I'm going in the diner.
Yeah, that would have made me start to listen a little bit. Yeah. You didn't went to the death. You didn't went to the death, mark right there. Hold up. What the hell are you talking about? Yeah, that's definitely
he was perked up too, because he was like, wait, what she mean we could die?
Right. Damn right. You damn right. And then they got old boy D Renee. She say, do you think the kid with the seizures is connected to town? You know who that is? That's radio. That's the first thing I thought of when I was go here on the radio.
Yeah, I think he do have some type of connection because he was like, we can't be here.
Yeah. At first I thought he was there before. Yeah.
But I think he got some type of telekinetic, some type of, he connected some way. Like he probably got visions or something.
What I was picking up on also is that them digging that hole and going in that hole was making him have the seizures and have problems. And when they stopped and when it was over, he felt better. So something is affecting him, in that town. At first, I thought he had been here before when he said we can't be here. But then he later said it was a dream. But because I was gonna say, how the hell he get out? But yeah, radio was out there tweaking, boy. And then we see both of them women as some helpful saints trying to help, make everybody better. And then they locked eyes and it was a wrap. Kitty,
Yeah. When I
his heart
first saw
dropped.
her, when she was like, "Oh, let me help you, let me help you," I was like, "Oh, that's her girlfriend. That's the fiance."
Mm-hmm.
Because they seem like they have the same type of traits. Like Christy's always willing to help somebody, and she was like, "Come on, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you." So I was like, "Oh, that
Mm-hmm.
gotta be her." And
Mm.
then the way that they had it, where like her and Kenny were working together, I was like, "Oh, that's gonna be so hurtful."
Oh yeah, damn, that is. And Kenny was working with her. Yeah, he like,
Mm-hmm.
damn. Well, can we all work together?
Right. Ain't nobody going nowhere.
Yeah, hey, you know what I mean? We might as well get real acquainted. But Marcus Willis, he say, I think that's my man's son. He talking about radio? Whose son would radio be? Boyd, the sheriff? Because he had his son. We saw his son.
Mm-hmm.
Uh
Alex, I think his son name is Alex.
yeah. He wasn't missing a son, was he? I don't think
No, I don't
so.
think so. Because when they showed their flashback, it was just him, the wife, and the son.
Right.
So I don't
So
know.
Marcus, let me know whose son are you talking about? Oh, he said merch from Best Man. Okay.
I'm
Well,
talking about boys.
yeah. No, we saw his son already. His son got the broken arm right now, the hurt arm when he
Mm-hmm.
was falling out of that damn house when they was escaping. D Renee said radio shoes are on the wrong foot.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
I didn't notice that either. D, you was on it,
Wow.
girl. I did not notice that, but I will double check and look. No wonder he fell when he got out the bus. My feet don't work.
Mm-mm.
His shoes was on the wrong foot. All right, so now, speaking of merch, we see him in the old wishing well. He couldn't get out, even though that was really close. You could have used your legs up against there or something, but somehow somebody threw him a rope and he talking to somebody. What
Mm-hmm.
did you think when he climbed up out of there and you saw who it was that threw the rope? What the hell is going on?
When he climbed up, I was like, what the heck is going on? He had the hallucination that his son was down there talking about, oh, we're going to play a game and stuff. And then I'm like, wait, what's going on? Then he gets out of the hole and this man is like tied up, like up on the wall. I'm like, well, how the hell did he throw him the rope? So
Right.
who else is around? Like, who is there helping as well? I don't know. Could it be the little boy? I don't know. But what
Uh-huh.
the hell is Sarah?
Yeah, I know. I
Like,
was
you don't even
wondering
hear
that
her
too.
talking.
Nah, we didn't see her at all this episode.
Mm-mm.
And when I saw old boy, I'm like, man, what the hell is this King Arthur Merlin magician hanging on the wall? Man, how
Mm-hmm.
long this dude been hanging on the wall? For 100 years? 200
He been
years?
up
What?
there for a while.
Right.
But
And he
then he
talking
said,
about,
oh, you have a gun? That gun looked different. I was like,
right,
what's different? So he seen guns from another time.
right. He done
So,
had an old 6-shooter or something.
so now the boy time travel? I
I
don't know. It's
know.
just like with this show, you get more questions than answers.
You ain't lying. And they say that's what the far away tree. So maybe he went far
Mm-hmm.
away to a different time or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we did see for the next preview, it looked like that guy may not be all nice for the
Mm.
next episode. But when he did say, is that a gun? He was like, good, kill me. It's like, what?
Right.
So
And I was like, what?
yeah. So it made me wonder, like, has he been stuck there for hundreds of years or something and can't die but can't get free? I don't understand what the
Mm.
hell that was. And then also, is he a part of those people? Because one thing we
Right.
saw when she was under there is like they go to sleep and they don't look nice when they under there. So what the heck? What do you
Mm-mm.
think is going on with these people and their faces and stuff?
I think when they're sleeping, since they're in their like little tunnel thing, like they're just their regular monstrous selves. And then when they come to the town to try to, of course, nobody's gonna invite you in looking like that. So then that's when they take on the persona of a human or some you like a pretty girl, like the pretty girl got into the house up there on top of the hill on the last season, and that was just a catastrophe.
Man.
So I think when you sleep, they just like in their regular form, monstrous.
Yeah, because I was sitting there thinking, like, what in the world is this? It looked like it reminded me of the Puppet Master when they had all them little grotesque little puppets running around, except these wasn't puppets or something. And then they had like a little boy one playing with the little rocks and rolled it or something to stone. I'm like, what is this? Like they got some underground city.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of like toys down there, and
yeah, a suitcase.
It was a waitress down there. It looked like a girl with a cheerleading outfit. I was just like, what in the world?
Do you think that it was possibly the townspeople, the original?
I wonder what ended up happening that transformed it though.
Yeah.
Because they're like really grotesque. So like was it like a chemical spill? Like did something happen? Is somebody like testing on them? Like what is going on in this place?
Yeah, it's a lot of questions, like you say, and more questions than answers. Because even with a chemical thing like that, how are they getting lost in this place? They can't leave. It's just like so much going on. I'm interested to see what they explain this season. So, yeah, with this big ass bus full of people, ain't no telling what's going on. They got the one woman dancing in the rain.
Yeah, she was a nut. But I was just like, leave her because this is the last time that she's gonna have some type of sense of normalcy. Like it's about to change.
Right. She probably ain't gonna have a good dance in a minute. Unless she get high over there at that house. Speaking of that house,
they don't got no more papers.
Right. I was just about to say he out of papers.
He was so annoyed when Ethan came outside. He like, damn.
That's what I was just about to ask you. Speaking of that house, what's up with this little boy? He's so weird to me. He seems like a 1980s sitcom kid or something. Do we have to go on a quest? Hi. Oh, you swear a lot. Oh, hiya. Like, man, what the hell is this, man? But
I think that whole family is just different. The whole family. Because Julie, she kept on. Yeah, go. She kept on trying to run off to Jim. They're trying to tell her, like, Julie, it's gonna get late. We can't be doing this. And she's still like, I understand that's your dad, but you've been here a while.
Right. You know better.
So,
plus, yeah, plus when he was here and your mama was here, you acted like you ain't wanting bad nothing to do with nobody.
You wanted to be up top with the party people.
Right. Trying to get with old girl. Try to get chose. So, let's see. Marcus Willis says, now that it's more people, it will probably be more deaths. Definitely.
I was like, they don't want to kill off their townspeople. Here come the traps, the bait.
Right, pretty much. I believe that's the whole reason for the busload of people, so that we can have more deaths without running out of people on the show that we already watched the season of, the first season of. So, yeah, they got a lot of old people on that bus as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder where they was going.
Where they were going. I can't wait to see where some of these people are from and where that bus was going.
It was going to Florida.
Oh, okay.
I'm joking because they was old.
Oh. But yeah, I want to know where all the people are from. Like, it's a lot of them.
It was a lot.
Probably like 3 or 4 black people.
I know, and one of them was Radio. He was tweaking out, so that ain't no good. What do you think? It seemed like that it's messed up that two of them guys went to go help, and it looked like one of them got killed trying to
I
help him.
know.
Yeah, but it
I
seemed
don't
like
understand why they let them go help. I don't think that they
no,
should have been the ones to help.
no, they just got there. They don't know what they doing, what they getting involved in, and you got them helping. That was messed up.
Hmm.
And then he dead. He don't even know what the hell happened to him.
Right.
And it seemed like the other good Samaritan, first he got threw up on and the house threw down on. And
He can't catch a break.
can't catch a break. But it looked like he may not be such a nice guy because in the preview for the next episode, he looked like he tired of Kenny. So we'll see.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't see the preview. I didn't even get a chance to see the preview. But on a bus, he didn't look like he was nice either. Like when he was talking to radio, he didn't look nice. Like he was just like, go sit the F down.
Right.
Dude.
Right, he did. And I was surprised actually when he went to go help those people.
Me too.
Yeah, I was surprised. Yeah. But they didn't have the preview when I watched it after it came on, you know, when they released it at midnight. I didn't watch it at midnight, but when that early preview, they don't have that early release, they don't have the preview for the next episode.
Okay.
But when I had it on right before we started, it played the preview for the next episode. So that's how I saw it. Yeah. And it shows that they are in the diner, and then Kenny, he's behind Kenny and grabs his gun out of his holster and puts it to Kenny and says, you know, we getting out of here stuff. So, you know, but then, you know, Kenny got to try to get it back and all of this. So it looked pretty interesting how it's going to be for the next episode. And then as far as Excalibur, Merlin, they show that Boyd is talking to him, and then all of a sudden he take a knife and try to cut him, stab him, and it cuts Boyd's arm. So that's why I say it turned out he wasn't. Yeah, turned out he ain't on the up and up for some reason because he tried to attack him, and he cut his arm. So yeah, it looked like it's gonna be pretty interesting. What's happening with all of this and.
Well, I'm glad it's back because I enjoy it. I love the first one.
Me too, definitely. And it's something different. We done seen enough gangster killing, dope dealing.
We need a break from that. We need something different.
Something different. Yep, definitely. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to break it on down with the rating for the MOORESCORE before we get up out of here. So let's do this. All right, as you know, the MOORESCORE is just 4 simple categories, 25 points each, give you a total of 100. You can always drop that decimal and get a score of 1 to 10. So the visuals, cinematography, the way that it looks, the way that they shoot the angles and things, I like it. I think that they did a good job with this episode, how we saw them trapped in the little well and all of that stuff going on, and how they were underneath the city and things. So it was pretty good. I give it a 22 out of 25. Storyline and plot still got me interested, and I want to see what's happening with this bus people and all this stuff going on with the house and all of that. And Boyd, I give it a 22. Special effect, makeup, costumes, they do good job with the special effects and makeup and stuff for those monsters. We saw a little bit of that when they was under the city, but for the most part, nothing too crazy. So I give it a 20. And entertaining, fun factor, it was entertaining, and I enjoyed this episode. I give it a 22 out of 25, which give it a total of an 86. So, whether it's you want to say 85 or 8.5 out of 10, I think that's about right, give or take. If you think it was a 9 or an 8, it's a case could be made for either of those. Gina, what would you rate this episode?
I'm gonna do an 8.5.
Okay.
I thought it
Yeah,
was good. It was interesting. Like it kept me. I was like, "Ooh, what's gonna happen?"
right.
Especially with Victor and Tabitha in that tunnel. I was
That
just like,
really got
"Ooh,
me.
what is gonna happen?" Like I was on the edge of my seat. What's gonna
Hmm.
happen? Who's gonna pop out?
Definitely. I just
Because he
knew
was like,
something
"They
was
about
gonna
to
bite
wake
him.
up." Yeah, he was like, "They about to wake up. They're about to wake up." I was like, "Ooh." Then they started
Hmm.
moving. I was like, "Oh no." Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was getting close, and he kept sitting down and dropping the
Yeah.
flashlight.
I'm like, you talking about you gotta get out of here, but you taking breaks.
Right, sitting down on the job. Move.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely. I like that part. He was getting on my nerves. She should have
Yeah.
left his ass down there. He's sitting down or whatever. But yeah, it was
Mm-hmm.
good. I like this show. It's a little different from what we've been watching, and it keeps me guessing on what may happen next.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's good. And I'm here for it because I don't know where they going with this next.
Mm-hmm.
So they could do anything. More people could show up. People could die. We don't know if Boyd will ever find his way back or not. What's
Right.
happening? Yeah.
And where
So,
is Sarah?
and where is Sarah exactly? So, yeah, it's a lot. And then we don't know what's happening with the house renovation. They might get ate up under there because when they said they could stay under there and they may not notice them under there, but they put all that tarp and stuff on top of it,
Mm-hmm.
so
That's
that's
like a
kind of
dead
giving
giveaway.
away. Yeah, it's a dead
Mm-hmm.
giveaway.
And then because the
So,
other people don't know about the town, like they could be talking, they could be making noise, they could be trying to get out. Who
mhm.
knows?
Yeah, one thing they showed for the preview for the next episode is that one of the things came up to the diner, and
Oh,
one of them got on the bus, and it was an old couple on the bus, and he was like, "Yeah, you chose the wrong place to hide out," with that old sick smile.
wow.
And the old couple
Mm,
was like, "Hey, please, Sonny." So
wow.
he
Yeah, because
probably,
they all we know from the first season that they have to be in the house. Like they
mm,
have to at least be inside.
yeah, yeah,
So
put them talismans to work. Yeah.
mhm.
But
Yep, they
if
have
they
to at
don't
least be
have that
inside.
talisman, I think he can come inside or in the bus or something, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think without the talisman, they could just go in.
Yeah, so they in trouble. And
Mm-hmm.
do you think that any of those people that ran off when she came with the gun, do you think they all came back, or some of them gonna stay in the woods? Or
If they know what's good for them, they better come back. I
I
mean,
know that's
my
right.
whole thing is I wouldn't have took off like that. Like I understand like this is a crazy scenario, like a crazy situation. But if you have somebody that desperate that don't know you, that's trying to help you and trying to say, like, come with me, we gonna help you, go into the diner. I would have been right up underneath her. She'd have
Right.
had to been like, girl, damn, move, get away from me. I would have been right with her. Because
Right.
she been there for that long.
That's true.
Those are
And
supposed to.
hmm and it is a difference between somebody shooting at you and shooting to get your attention. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So they wasn't like aiming and gunning people down. It was she shot the tire so they don't leave and kill themselves. And then I
Right.
don't think that Kenny should have shot up though. That scared them
Yeah,
a
I
little
think
more.
that's what scared them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that really scared them because now they like, oh no, they shooting, they shooting. Like I'm
Right.
gonna get you, sucker.
Mm-hmm.
So
But he
anyway,
was just so frustrated, and plus he done lost his girl. He like, I ain't got time for this.
Right. He ain't got nothing
He
no
probably
more.
gonna head to the bar before it's time to go in the house.
True. That
He
is
need to
true.
get a drink.
And it's his first day on the job as the head honcho.
Mhm.
He like, damn. And the bus shows up.
Right. That's what
So
I was saying when Donna said, "Oh, Boyd picked a good time to go on safari." I was like, "Ugh,"
yeah, really.
because
They could have
that's
used
crazy.
him. Yeah, they could have used him now. So we'll see.
Mhm.
Hopefully he make his way back soon. So
Yeah.
yep. But anyway, Gina, it was good having you back. And
Thank you.
definitely good chopping it up with you. Hopefully this show more people catch on and
Hmm.
it doesn't get canceled after season 2 because I think it got a lot of potential.
I
And
think so.
yeah, it's interesting. You never know who may come or what may happen. So,
Hmm.
hopefully more people watch it, support it, and it doesn't get canceled, and we can see what happens in this show. And
Right.
maybe they explain everything, and maybe they get back to going where they from. Who knows?
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
yeah, I appreciate you for coming through as always, taking
No
time out your
problem.
day. And everybody, appreciate y'all for watching. You all, I'll see you on the next one. And everybody, y'all have a good weekend, good evening. Deuces. We out
Bye,
of here.
guys.
Peace.